Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, social media, technology, pop culture, and just items of interest come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of a dialogue. If this is your first time here, welcome. Or if you are a returning visitor, I would encourage both of you guys now to click on that watermark down there in the bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. And if you are watching this on BitTube and or DTube, be sure to give me a subscribe there as well. In gaming news this week, I made a playstyle video for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You guys can check that out up here in the top right-hand corner. And I kind of just go over the types of weapons and items that I use while I'm gaming and just the general playstyle that I use while there or in regular first-person shooters. But nonetheless, guys, be sure to check that out in the top right-hand corner. So over the holidays, I've had an opportunity to kind of watch movies and or TV shows that I've kind of fallen behind on. And one of those, of course, was The Mandalorian, which seems to be quite popular. Pedro Pascal, of course, plays the Mandalorian. Carl Weathers plays the guild leader that assigns the different marks or targets, assignments for him. And Gina Carano as well, who plays the shock drop rebel trooper. And of course, our good buddy from Breaking Bad, that would be Giancarlo Esposito, who did a fantastic job in the show as well. Now, granted, this is a Disney show, so there wasn't as much edge and rawness that I would anticipate. Of course, it wasn't of a Spartacus or a Game of Thrones or even a Witcher, if you follow my meaning there. But nonetheless, it was a very compelling and good story. I'm not a big fan of prequels, but it was interesting to kind of see how they introduced a particular character. I'm saying this without going into spoilers. How they introduced a particular character who will be on the thumbnail, as far as his origins, and of course just kind of the history and background on the Mandalorians, as well as just kind of just Star Wars lore in general, which isn't something that I normally keep up with or was aware of. I didn't go that deep into Star Wars, but if you are a big fan or you're into the Star Wars saga and storyline, then obviously this is a very interesting part. I'd have to say that probably for most people, the last two episodes were kind of the most substantive, but the storyline itself is pretty good. But again, I keep going back to the fact that it is a Disney show, so it just doesn't have that rawness, that edginess to it, you know, that sense of depth. But it was a great story. It was very compelling. It was very well acted. I enjoyed all the particular characters on there. It was great seeing Carl Weathers again, of course. And Esposito was also very nice to see him on there again because I was a big fan of Breaking Bad. But nonetheless, guys, if you haven't had a chance to check out The Mandalorian, I would definitely recommend it. And fortunately for all the Disney Plus people, there is a second season that has been announced. So hopefully maybe they'll go more into the lore, more into the story that we are more familiar with within Star Wars. And of course, without giving away too many of the spoilers, of course, you'll get all of that as you watch the show. But nonetheless, guys, be sure to check that out. I will leave a link for you down here in the published section to check that out. So guys, as of this recording on Wednesday, it is New Year. So Happy New Year. Not only a new year, but a new decade. I hope you guys had a good 2019. And we are moving into the third year of the Friday Vlog, as well as I'm trying to do more with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, because as you guys know, if you've been following the channel, of course, I tried to kick the channel off by going or covering all the games out of Daybreak, and unfortunately, many of those games did not work out. So I'm hoping, of course, that with a major franchise and live game that continues to go live of Call of Duty, perhaps I can create a newer audience, a newer following here on the channel. So all you guys that have been here this whole entire time, I thank you guys for your continued support. I will probably look into doing some more reviews as well in the new year, because I've always enjoyed doing reviews. Now, I've not done like a peripheral review in a while. I mean, although I have gotten new microphones and new gear and stuff for the computer, I haven't really covered any of those, but that's something that I could probably look into. But nonetheless, guys, I want to wish all of you a very happy new year. We're going into 2020, and I'm feeling optimistic and encouraged by it. And we'll keep an eye on things, you know, from the political spectrum as well, because I have a few predictions to make from that. But we'll get into that once we get through the holidays and so forth. But guys, thank you so much for your continued support. And you can show that right now by clicking that like button down there in the right-hand corner. So I always appreciate all that you guys do. Of course, you're always welcome to comment and share the videos. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for 2019 and into 2020. And as you see here on the screen, the obligatory channel icon appearing right there to subscribe, along with notifications. See, if you click the notifications, that way you guys will know when newer content is here on the channel. So I would encourage you to do that. And I will see you guys right there behind the camera next week.